women, cause when I'm in your city, I'ma take one home just to baby me. Then I'ma make the paparazzi make place for me, just to have the whole world so amazed at me.
It'd be nice if Instagram had like a response thing where you could like, you know something? We're gonna have to figure that out one day. We are. So what's good? This is Dee Brown Storytime. Right now I'm actually recording. I got my Instagram going. I can't even see that far. So I think another day I'm gonna do something about that. For real. So I got people behind the scenes watching, coming in and out. So we'll go ahead and tell you the story about the topic is kind of hard to explain, so I think it's better to just go in it. It's about a girl, of course, but not really about her too. So I was a dope ass nigga. I was a dope ass nigga in college. And first of all, college is a scam. I just want to tell y'all that. So if you want to go to college, it's a fucking scam. Unless you want to know a lot of people in a short amount of time, ain't really know the reason for it. Unless you need a job in like doctor or lawyer or some shit. But in college, I was that nigga. I was that nigga because I was a rapping ass nigga. I was on stage performing when a lot of motherfuckers didn't want to perform. Talent shows, open mics, my own stuff, and I would just take over the show. I would have other people's girls on my stage. I'd have single girls on my stage. I would hop off on stage. Everything was centered around women. Mostly because you can get booed off stage. But anyway, my college days were dope. And I would record everything and put them on YouTube. More like a resume, because in music you can't like, there's no application for music. You can't just say, hey, I want to be a rapper. Sign here, put your address here. We'll give you $15,000 and go be something in life. Yeah, not having it like that. So the thing is, so I decided I wanted to like build a resume on YouTube. Throughout the course of that, I met this woman. I will call her, let's call her Jazz. I like giving names out. People don't even know. So Jazz. So I met her doing some playwrights and things like that. I wasn't in a play. I was just out here trying to make some of myself, and I was recording it. I was filming the trailers. I was the camera guy. So my life, my job was kind of easy because I was able to critique other people in acting, and my nigga ass don't know how to act. But I'm honest enough with people to let them know when they suck. I don't try to tell them that they suck, but I was telling them things they could work on, X, Y, and Z. The things they were good at, X, Y, and Z. And there was this chick in there that was really talented. What did I say her name was? Jazz. So it's hard as fuck to remember these fake names, by the way. So yeah, me and her kind of like, we vibed a little bit. This had to be 2015, maybe 14, something like that. So we did some photo shoots. I guess she liked taking pictures. This is back when not everybody was a photographer like they are nowadays. And, you know, we was feeling each other. Like I said, we weren't going together, nothing like that. So, you know, we was talking for like a month or two or whatever, and it ended up falling out. If we're going to be honest, she ghosted a nigga. Doesn't matter. I had a lot going on. So, like school and shit like that, and wanting to move to Atlanta. And school kind of stopped that for like 5 years. Fuck school. Fuck school, nigga. Fuck school. So anyway, me and her ended up not working out. We still ended up doing like the plays and stuff. So we acted like it just never happened. Damn, I made that short as fuck. Go Dee Brown. Go Dee Brown. So, with that being said, I never harbored any feelings with that, but it was kind of fucked up how she like ghosted a nigga. Only because, well, and maybe this actually helps her case, but she was certified, diagnosed as bipolar. The bitch was crazy, bro. She was crazy. She was motherfucking crazy. And probably didn't know it, but she had medication for it. So I think it runs in the family with her also, but it also made her a talented as actress too, and a pretty good musician also. Sweet woman, but yeah, she's crazy. A lot of people was telling me she was crazy beforehand too, but nigga like me, nigga like me didn't listen. And crazy women have the best sex. And I'm not saying me and her did or didn't have sex, because that's not something I'm gonna focus on right now. And proceed with the story. So we kind of fell out. Like I said, never talked about it. Throughout my life, I continued to do my thing, my performances and stuff like that. And I got around to a time where I just knew a lot of women. I just knew a lot of women. And that's really my goal in life in a lot of cases, is to know a lot of women, because having a camera, you can put a lot of people behind scenes and stuff. Like, it's one thing to book a woman, it's another thing to have a relationship with one, so that you and her can do work together, whereas for that person or for you, pretty much both, you want to give and take. So relationships mean a lot to me, just like knowing people. So when people ask why do I have so many women on my Instagram, well, it's because I have bigger things planned for them specifically. So where was I? So I got to a point in my life where I was doing music videos and stuff like that for myself. I was filming for myself because motherfuckers was charging me like $600 to $1,000 to do a music video, and I said fuck that. So when I got my camera and stuff, and when I was doing photos and I did videos, it was time to focus on me, and I was putting out music videos left and right. And I guess traction kind of started. If I stop the story right here, here's what pissed me off. Here's how I figured out that women were the key to life. That part's not what pissed me off. Women are the key to life. That's why I say when a woman makes it, when a woman doesn't make it in what she wants to make it in, it was her fault. Because everybody wants to see a woman. Everybody. Women want to see women. Like, don't nobody want to see no nigga. So you kind of have to use that to your advantage, right? So when I started rapping, I actually started rapping before this whole photography thing. And I wanted to do like poetry and rap. And, when J. Cole came out, you kind of thought you could be something, because it was like, oh, college kid, rapper, you don't got to shoot niggas and shit like that. And we can relate is why everybody fucked with him, because he was speaking more to the majority of the world. Not everybody's out here still living in the hood. A lot of us moved out the motherfucker. So starting out, I had no fans. None. Nobody fucked with me or nothing. Every talent show, every open mic, every performance I would do, motherfuckers was not fucking with me, only because they had other friends and other people that they knew, and people had loyalty to a certain person. So it was really difficult for me, and actually ate away at my mental a little bit. I would get kind of pissed off, because I was like, yo, I'm way too talented to be getting shunned in the cold shoulder like this, and this, that, and the other. Around 2012, 2013. So when I did photography, that's when all the attention came. It's like, oh, people want visuals. People want to see women. They want to see titties. They want to see ass. They want to see just a woman. So, like I said, women are the key to life. That's when I added women to a bunch of my performances. I would always have a woman up there. Here's the part that kind of fucked with me. It really didn't fuck with me. Maybe I had this coming. But after you do so many shows, especially in the college environment, I had a really good once that happened, I had a really good reputation for being talented. Little did I know, I had another reputation for being a hoe. And it was always funny to me, because the times I was hoeing, like, nobody ever said anything. But when I was like trying to graduate and staying to myself and get money, not fucking with nobody, that's when, oh, he's a hoe. Why? Because he has another woman on stage, and this was his third performance this summer, and blah, 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 and another woman on stage, and poem. So I guess I was so good in my mind. I guess I was so good that people actually thought that I was with these people. All of them were fine. I ain't gonna lie. All the women I had up there were fine. Super fine. But yeah, I got kind of, I wouldn't say popular, but maybe popular. It's kind of hard to know on your end. So like I said, it was a time a few years after that, maybe a year or two after that, in the midst of my performance, but it was kind of on the back end when I was getting ready to graduate around 2016. I put out this music video called Every Time. There's a lady named Shawanda Jones in it, and she is beautiful. And I wish she would still do videos. That girl is fine as hell, man. Man. Anyway, she's from Alabama. Actually, the way I met her was she would say, "Hey, what's your name?" And I said, "My name is Dee Brown." And she would say, "Oh, my ex's name was Dee Brown." And I was like, "Okay." And she kept saying it. My ex's name was Dee Brown. Like, she was so drunk, she said it like 6 times. So on the 6th time, like, "Yo, do you want my number or something? Because you getting kind of annoying." She's like, "No, because my ex." And I'm like, I hated that girl. But it turned out a few months later, me and her got real cool, and she's a cool person. She was just lit and young. But she was in my music video called Every Time. You can look it up on YouTube. The whole premise behind it was, first of all, my album was called Broker Than Broke. It was supposed to embody someone who didn't have any money, no ways to get money. And with me in music, I just try not to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say I got racks and stacks and this, that, and the other, like 90% of these niggas is lying. I'm not finna sit here and do that. If I got money, I'm going to be like, this is how I got my money. If I ain't got no money, and be like, yo, what the fuck? So it was called Broker Than Broke. And when you're in college, you're going to be broke. I wish I was a girl because I would have been stripping. I'd have been stripping quick. I'd have been on that pole for like 6 good months in like Houston, Texas. I'd have came back and went to college. I'd have did that shit every summer, actually. Kind of jealous. I don't want to be stripping in front of no men, bro. I'm good on that. So I did this music video called Every Time. You can look it up, Dee Brown, Every Time. It's on YouTube. And the whole premise behind that, my album. So the album was Def Comedy Jam Skits, Bernie Mac, Chris Tucker, a lot of other people, Steve Harvey, all those good stuff. Eddie Griffin, especially Eddie Griffin. And it was like legendary. Martin Lawrence, all that good stuff. And throughout the album, it started kind of like a Mississippi thing, but it just went into the things you go through when you're broke, like love or, going to a strip club. I've definitely gone broke going to a strip club a few times. I don't regret it, but I've done that. Home problems, things like that. School, everything that embodies a broke individual. And it's really not just about money, but it's focused on not having money, but everything else in your life is broken also. So I had different friends do like the voicemail things at the end, basically to define what they thought broke was to them. The reason I explained that was Every Time, that song was the first like girl song for the album. And with Shawanda, I told her, well, when I did the video, it's a very home video type of thing, very imperfect. It's like I'm first person point of view, so you don't see me and you're seeing her. It's like, oh my gosh, let's walk through the park and blah 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 and wave your hair, and you can't hear her saying anything, but it's like if you ever imagine like someone's spouse dying and them looking at the videos that they made when they were falling in love or when they were in love and things like that, it gives you that type of feel. So throughout the video, it's basically like every time I look at your face, I feel something, blah, blah, blah. And the video will go, she's running through a field. She has my jersey on, my favorite jersey, Kobe Bryant. And I won't tell the rest because, well, fuck it. She's running through the field and just enjoying time. And 2 minutes later, she ends up finding like some flowers that I hid in there for her. And she finds the flowers, she smells them, she like goes in a 360 circle, and scene's over. And the whole purpose with that album was I basically eventually I'm going to finish out the chapters of the videos and link them all together. But each video will have a different girl in them. So why did I explain all that? Because Every Time actually did some pretty good numbers, especially in real life. It's one thing to have a lot of views on YouTube. It's another thing to have a lot of views on YouTube, but also have people actually telling you about your video and how good it was, because it's different. You know, it's not me throwing money and shit like that. Like, that's the recycled way to do videos and stuff. So, I remember, and this is the part I actually wanted to get to. So me and my boy Fudd, we were chilling. It was the NBA Finals. It was the year that LeBron and the Cavaliers were going against the Warriors. And it was the year that, and I don't know if people remember this, it was the year LeBron won, basically. It's the year LeBron beat the Warriors. But during this timeline, on this specific day, it was when the Warriors were up 2-0. And it's because of their bench, not because of their starters. So it was like, LeBron's definitely going to lose. Like, it was looking bad. And I'm not a LeBron fan, but was there to enjoy it. So me and Fudd say, you know, we're going to go to mug shots real quick. Go watch the game of mug shots. We didn't do shit. We didn't do shit back then. So we were homebodies. So we went to mug shots. And we sit down. It takes us about 30 minutes to sit down. The TV is right there. So it's like, you know, it's a pretty good night. At least for me. We're watching the game, and I direct my eyes over here, and I see Jazz. I see Jazz. And it was like fresh after we were like done talking. And what made it significant for me was because she didn't only ghost me when she ghosted me. She ghosted me when I was probably going to fail a class that I've already failed twice before. And if I had failed this class again, I was going to be out of school. And the reason that's so significant is because I waited 2 years to get back in school just to take college extremely seriously and still fail. So I was kind of going through a rough one. I had about $3,000 to $4,000 on me, and a situation happened where all that money was gone. So not only am I looking at my education go down the drain and me wasting time on that, but I'm looking at my financials and saying I'm back to square one, broke ass nigga. So she really left me in a bad time. I don't have family support and things like that, so everything's on me. So she really left me at a rough time, and when I saw her, I was just like, wow, God, you're a hilarious person. And she walks in with a dude. Oh, man, blow to the motherfucking chest. Walks in with a dude that I somewhat knew. I didn't know him like that, but I somewhat knew him. But I just completely ignored him, went back to watching the game, and Fudd is laughing at me. He is laughing at me, bruh. He's laughing at me like a motherfucker. So not only did he laugh at me for that, they sat down at the bar. So they're about 20 feet away. Not that far. They're about 20 feet away. And I'm purposely looking away. And I know for sure she purposely sat there so her back could be towards me. And I don't know how to explain this, but somebody said, yo, or hey, or they got my attention. And I look, and it's literally her date who got up, walked over to me, and was like, yo, bruh. And I said, what's up? He said, dog, you are so fucking talented, bro. I saw your music video, dog, every time. Man, you spoke from the heart, dog. That shit was hard. And then your performance, man, your performance was the shit. Like, that's not exactly what he said, but it's like 60% exactly what that nigga said. So I'm like, so I couldn't help but to And I wasn't mad at him. I wasn't mad at this. I was just mad that why now? You know, why this whole thing had to happen now? But I couldn't say nothing but I appreciate it. I actually got a Snapchat. And he's a real cool dude. He really enjoyed watching me perform. He's a really badass lacrosse player. But that was kind of crazy. And Fudd just bust out laughing and just like, and he could just see it on my face. Like, I don't know. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do, bro? The girl who ghosted you sitting over there. Now, y'all purposely not trying to look at each other and notice each other. And her date comes directly to you. She's still sitting down, my nigga. Acting as if her date did not just walk up to me and her date said I was dope. I can't be mad at that shit, man. I'm the motherfucking nigga. I'm the motherfucking man, bruh. So that's all I got for you, man. That's my story time. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all stayed in tune. Did y'all staying? Low Tide, Dee Brown, Bruce D. Roy. We are out of this motherfucker.
You so dope. Better than a drink in my coat. More like the tree in my smoke. If you wanna rock this boat, then we can ride out. You so dope. I'ma get you into your zone. Then we can be alone. Go ahead and kill your phone so we can ride out. You so dope. What? You so dope. 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 You so
Y'all make sure y'all like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe, cause some funny, some fire stuff is on the way.